Hi, welcome back to my channel, Carol's Reality Recaps. First of all, I just want to go over some news. There hasn't really been much news in the Big Brother universe, unfortunately. I know we're all waiting for CBS to announce something or something to leak or something to happen with knowing if there's going to be a season 22 this summer, summer 2020. But so far, nothing much going on. Pretty much crickets over there at CBS regarding Big Brother lately. Actually, the only thing I've really heard since I filmed my last video is that over on Twitter, which you get a lot of news from past house guests on Twitter, Danielle Reyes actually posted on tweeted, I guess you would say, that she won't be coming back to play Big Brother, at least not now. So kind of confirming that if there is an all-star season, or if there even is a season, Danielle won't be on it unless she's pulling her leg, which I doubt. So kind of what we know for players who have said that they're not going to be on, for sure, I mentioned last time, Dan, seemingly not Derek, because he was with Dan in the video, and then it looks like Danielle now saying that she won't be. So yeah, so that's really the only new casting news that I've heard. But there is some unfortunate breakup news in the Big Brother world, and there's a couple couples that have recently announced their breakup. So the first one is happened like mid-June, and that was Holly and Jackson, just from last season, from season 21. They actually were still together and after the show, so of course they were the showmans for most of the season, and then of course Jackson Mickey won, and then Holly Allen came in runner-up. So they were still together after the show, and then just recently said they called it quits. So there's that one, and then just even more hot off the presses, just on July 14th, Haley from season 20 just announced that she and Fessy have decided to go their separate ways and split. So that's a little sad. They've of course been together a little bit longer, and I thought they made a really cute couple. Both seem really sweet. So yeah, so that is the only real news that we're hearing right now, since there's not a lot of actual show news. At least we're getting some breakup news. I don't know. So that's kind of where we're at. So two couples unfortunately bite the dust from the Big Brother universe. Besides that, since there isn't anything else really going on, I wanted to just kind of go over my some of my all-time favorite players. Going back to the beginning, I've been a fan actually all the way since pretty much seen every episode, I believe, and that's aired on CBS. I watch After Dark. I haven't done the live feeds a lot, but I did do them a couple times recently, and I probably will do them again if they have a season this year. I hadn't really done them a lot, but I think definitely helps you learn a lot more information. I always kind of just watch the CBS show and then do After Dark, and then of course go online and get information. But the feeds are fun to watch, so I think that I'll probably be doing that again. I would say my GOAT would have to be Dr. Will Kirby. So I think that's most people. I don't know, a lot of people's. I would say Dan would be the other GOAT. I would say those are the top two all-time players that people best players that people usually might mention when they talk about it. And but mine would be Will. I just think the way he played was just so entertaining. Dan was too, but I just think that Will, the way he manipulated everybody and pretty much told them that he was going to lie to their faces, and people still kept him around. So of course Will won his first season he was on, which was way back in season 2. I can't believe it was that long ago. And then he came back for All Stars, which was season 7, and of course did not win. Mike Boogie won that season. But so watching Will and Boogie do their Chilltown telephone episodes in the diary room, I just thought was really entertaining and fun to watch. So I'm glad that Will did come back and do another season, even though he didn't win. I think he got pretty far as pretty much telling everyone what he was doing and manipulating everybody. So yeah, so I just think he's really fun to watch. I don't think he'll probably ever play again, so I think we could definitely cross him off our list for this summer and probably forever. I don't think he's wanting to do any more reality television. So I think we saw as much as we're going to see of Will. So it's fun to see him come back and do like the jury roundtables and that type of thing. And then whenever he does make some appearances on Big Brother and give his opinions, that's fun. But yeah, as far as players, I think we're done with his gameplay for probably forever. But then my other favorite all-time player would be Rachel Riley. And I think that she, again, I think I mentioned last time that she's kind of a lover or hater kind of player. A lot of people have strong opinions about her. She can be a little annoying. She does cry a lot. But as far as I think she's entertaining to watch, and I think that she was definitely one of the best players ever for competitions. She's definitely a competition beast. Rachel's, of course, known for a couple of her great lines that have stood the Big Brother test of time that people reuse even to this day. One of being, floaters, you better grab a life vest, which I just love when she said that, because I think it's funny that she was calling them out. She wasn't afraid to speak her mind and let people know how she felt. And then her other one, of course, being, nobody comes between me and my man, and variations of that. She would, every time someone got evicted on her season, she would say some like version of that to like every person. So I think that was just kind of funny. Those kind of stuck with the Big Brother community, Big Brother world ever since, and everyone quotes those, and just those are two of the best quotes of all Big Brother time, I think. So it's another reason I just like Rachel. She just came up with some of the best zingers in all of Big Brother. Rachel was on season 12 and then didn't win, and then of course she met Brendan, and then they came back as a duo for season 13, and of course that's when she won. So it was kind of nice when Brendan got evicted before her on season 13. I think that helped her kind of focus on her gameplay and without being distracted by having Brendan there. So Will won the first time he was on, and then Rachel won the second time she was on. But of course they each won once, and they each played twice. Again, Rachel definitely won't be coming back this season because she is pregnant. If there is a season this summer, you can count her out. It's always possible she would come back in the future. Unlike Will, I think there's a possibility. She's definitely done an amazing race a few times too, with Brendan and with her sister, Alyssa. So she definitely loves the spotlight. She definitely loves reality television. So you never know. There could be some more Rachel gameplay in the future. So going back, those are two of my players going back in history a little bit with Big Brother. And then two of my more recent, I would say Tyler Crispin, who of course just played a couple seasons ago on season 20. Loved watching him play through the season, just manipulating everybody, not wanting to get in a showmance with anyone. But then, of course, him and Angela having a showmance, but he's still focused on his gameplay, and they, made sure that they stayed focused and didn't focus too much on their relationship. Unlike some couples who kind of forget they're playing Big Brother and focus too much on their showmance. So I think they just made a great couple and worked together really well. Personally, I think Tyler was robbed. I think Tyler should have won season 20. Of course, Casey was the other person in the final two, and she wound up winning. I think the jury wound up being bitter, which happens a lot, unfortunately. I wish they would vote for the best player instead of getting bitter and voting because they're upset with the other player. But so I think Tyler definitely should have won that season, although Casey was great too, so I don't want to take anything away from Casey, and she definitely really picked it up towards the end of the season and started really killing it on competitions. So she did have that, but I think Tyler pretty much manipulated that whole season. He had like final 2 deals with everyone in level 6. He ran level 6. He just, like I said, just kind of was the puppet master of everything that season. So I would love to see him come back again, just because I would love to see how he plays the second time and if he could win, since he didn't win the first time. And then another recent player that I really enjoyed watching was Nicole Anthony. Of course, she was just real recent, since she was just on last season, season 21, with Holly and Jackson, final 3. She was final 3, which who would have thought she would make it to the final 3, because it was not looking good for her early on when they all locked her out of the HOH room and were conspiring against her. Did not look good. So the fact that she even made it to final 3 is a miracle in itself. Was hoping she would win, but of course she did get America's Favorite House Guest, which was awesome. She was so happy. She just seems like a super sweet girl, but also I think played a great social game for sure. She made a great decision to team up with Cliff Hogg, and they made a great team, like a very unexpected team. You would have never thought they would have teamed up. So I just think watching her blossom from where she started, never thinking she would even get close to the end, and then getting to final 3 was like amazing. So definitely would love to see her come back as well and see how she handles another season. Again, she didn't win, so having Tyler or Nicole come back, I think would be fun. I love to see players come back that didn't win. It's fine. I'm kind of on the fence about people coming back that already won. I think it's okay, but I think it's more fun to see people who came really close to winning and didn't. So yeah, so those are just 4 of my all-time favorite players, couple older ones, a couple more recent ones. I'd love to hear what you guys think. Who are some of your favorite players? Who's your GOAT? Who's your greatest of all time? Really want to see what you think, if it's Dan, if it's Will, or if there's somebody else that's your GOAT. I'd love to hear that. And then just some other players that you think deserve some more screen time, that maybe didn't win, that you think should come back and try it again and maybe win this time. So yeah, great talking with you guys, hoping that we hear something soon. I think we will. I think we have to. If they are going to have a season this year, or definitely if it's going to be this summer, of course we're going to have to hear something soon. So that's the latest and the greatest, and great to talk to you guys, and hopefully see you soon. So like my video and go ahead and hit subscribe. We're going to be having a lot more videos. Hopefully if there's a season, we'll definitely be having a lot more videos. And then just go ahead and leave me a comment and let me know who your all-time favorite player is and who you want to see come back. All right, great. Have a great day. Thanks.